on. So this is episode 3 now of Men's Physique Podcast UK, joined by Macca again. And we've got a fair bit to talk about this week. So Macca, how are you doing? You good, mate?
Yeah, not bad. Like I said to you, obviously before the call, was at the hospital this morning, not for my own purposes. If anyone doesn't know me, my girlfriend's having twins. So my life is basically being consumed at the moment by hospital appointments left, right, and centre. So I had that. Started prep a week ago. That's been pretty easy so far, obviously. But apart from that, mate, nothing's really changed from last week. What about you?
You're a man that likes a challenge. If you got
Oh yeah, yeah.
like,
This is
yeah,
me all over it.
well.
Yeah, this is me all over. Like I said to Cal, like on our like before we, because he was the one that sort of like not pushed me into prepping this year, but it was like, mate, you need to prep. Like you put on enough size. Like the goal was like, the goal ultimately is to turn pro. But like, let's see how you rock up in those pro qualifiers and just see what happens. So yeah, he was like, well, we can make it work around the babies in the sense of, just picking and choosing where we push and pull. Like if your sleep's like obviously I know my sleep's gonna be affected anyway through a prep just from getting up all night, to those latter ends. But like in terms of that, and then the baby's like crying and waking up, like that's not gonna be too different. Like, do you know what I mean? Like that side of things isn't gonna be. It's just gonna be about managing routine and time. Like my cardio might have to change from doing it in the morning to doing it in the evening, but as long as it gets done, it gets done. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, apart from that, like I like a challenge. I like proving people like what you can achieve when you just put your mind to something. Um, so yeah, it'll be a big year for me. Like having twins, obviously. Prepping for obviously pro qualifiers first international show as well. And then obviously Legacy launching very very soon as well. So lots, and obviously coaching and posing clients as well. So it's a big year. It's a big year. Probably when people say like, oh, like they do the end of the year reel, it's like this is my best year to date. Like, and every time you think, how is it going to get better than that? Like I had a really good year last year, and I was like, how's it going to get better? But like, it always does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Mate, you got a mad year coming up. Imagine that, twins and getting your IFBB Pro card all in the same year.
I'll cry. Honestly, I'll cry.
That would be epic, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
But yeah, myself, yeah. So yeah, I'm all good. I got my blood work results back today.
nice.
And mate, I was really happy actually. They're better now than they were pre-blast,
Excellent.
which
Well,
is I couldn't hope for anything more there. So that's
have
really
you
good.
I think you did put like different things in, didn't you? Like supplement wise.
Yeah. So I added in some extra supplements. I kept cardio in the whole time as well. I mean, I usually do, but I kept in like 20 minutes post workout.
Yeah.
And I really do think that helps. And like, I'm always on my diet. Like,
Mate,
yeah, I'll have like maybe one off plan a week, but that is
yeah.
it. Otherwise, I'm always on it.
Yeah.
I do attest it to that. So that's really good. So now I've got the mentally challenging thing of I need to stay on TRT, even though I'm physically ready to go until the time is right. Because obviously I can't blast from now until November.
Yeah, exactly that. But like always find as well, like sorry man, I'm just trying to turn my light, but it's not gonna work. Carry on talking.
That's all right, mate. So yeah, so basically I just need to hold this, and this will be my best start position for a prep, as long
Yeah.
as I can hold it, which I don't foresee any reason why I can't. Because realistically, I don't think I've got too much to come off. I think I could probably be in stage condition within
Yeah,
like
you're pretty
6 or 7 weeks.
Yeah. If you really like just push the boat, like you could easily be lean within 6, 7 weeks, like stage lean anyway.
Yeah, which is pretty
Obviously with
exciting.
that, obviously with what you've done previously anyway, it's gonna come with more muscle tissue as well.
Yeah,
Uh
should be.
so you and that in itself is going to bring you better conditioning. Do you know what I mean? Like the more mature muscle that is, the better it looks. It always does.
I wonder if we'll be doing the same shows at all.
Depends, isn't it?
Because we had a
Depends.
chat, we think we're the same height, aren't we?
Yeah, we're definitely the same height. I think.
That'd be interesting. If anyone's watching this, well, obviously people do watch it. If anyone's watching, who do you think will win out of me and Macca?
Obviously, I'm going to back myself, and you should do the same.
I think it's going to be very interesting because if we compared your physique like 2 years ago to my last year's physique, I think I would have won. However, you've been in off season for longer, so I think you're gonna be bigger. I think, if I'm being honest, I think you'd take it this year, but I mean, we might find out.
I think if I can, I mean, I was 85 on stage last year. 85, 86, I think, between those two numbers. If I can be, I'd love to be not like 90 plus. You just don't know. If I could be like 91, 92, I think with like how small my waist gets, I think it would look almost like 2 kilos heavier than what. Do you know what I mean? Like when you obviously you got the illusion, the shape and stuff, weight generally does look bigger because it's just the illusions you create. But yeah, if I can be 90 or even like 89, I'd be happy with.
Well, I think I'm gonna be on about 91, 92. But like you said, you've got a much tighter waist than me, so it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah,
We'll have to do it, even if I'm not scheduled to do a show. I think I'll jump in.
come and do Callum's show.
No, I'm not doing that one. If we face each other, it'll be a pro qualifier.
Yeah. I mean, it depends what shows you're doing because I'm planning on doing the Amateur Olympia in Italy the week after that, which is the 7th to the 8th of October. Oh my god, I've ruined my working in the shadows. I'm supposed to not announce my shows. Amateur Olympia in Italy, October 7th to the 8th. Obviously, depending on what day that is, I'm not sure yet. And then 2 weeks after that is the Manchester show, which is the Two Bros British Finals Gymshark Ryan Terry Classic, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yep.
Which is the another pro qualifier, but you get the Gymshark sponsorship as well, which is pretty cool if you got that. And then after that, I'll just sort of see where I am. Like if I'm in those, if I'm in those overall, like if I won an amateur Olympia class, I'll be fucking buzzing. Like that's like basically puts you on that pedestal of like you are within that mix for sure. Like, even if you place top 3 in a big class, like you're on that cusp of knock on the door. So yeah, I'll just see where I'm at. Like if it comes to that Manchester show and like, I don't get it, it might be like one more show after that in Denmark, which I believe is another. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a Two Bros pro qualifier.
Yeah.
And then after that, if I don't win it there, I probably will take the year out. I'll reverse properly because that's a big thing for me this year is make sure I nail my reverse, and it will just put me in a good stead just to maybe, if I'm really really close, I'll jump into an early show next year. If not, then I'll probably take like 5-6 months off and then jump into the July August shows or so.
Makes sense.
Hopefully get a card then. But I'm not. This is the thing, like when people say like I want to be undeniable this year, it's like yeah, like that's great. Like if it happens, fantastic. But you can't be in this game to want everything now.
Yeah.
So I'm fully aware of it. It's going to be very tough.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good, man. And like you said, if you win your class at Amateur Olympia, I mean, they give out free pro cards, don't they? So the likelihood is you've got, what is it, like a 40% chance of getting your pro card if you're in that overall lineup?
Me and you would be in good stead for that because they within the Amateur Olympias, they always pick like 2 like sort of taller guys. They pick one really short guy and the other 2 are like D and then E or F, depending on what the E or F look like. They always go for like 2 taller guys. So again, yeah, you'd have more of a chance.
Excellent. We'll have to make it happen then. I mean, likelihood is because obviously I want to do the Amateur O in Florida, but I might be able to do the Italy show because that's a week before PCA finals.
Well, if you do, let me know because we can just get an Airbnb together. It'll be so much easier that way.
That's true. Yeah, I've already got 2 clients competing in Italy anyway. So if I can, I'll probably do that one. But yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah, keep updated.
Cool.
But apart from that, yeah, obviously you had PCA first time as whole this weekend. Well, last weekend, sorry, should I say rather. And then you have obviously had the pro shows, and apart from that, there was no other sort of amateur shows really, was there? It was quite.
There was one other, but I've never heard of it before, and it didn't really have good coverage. So.
Oh yes, I can't remember what it's called.
No,
I can't remember what it's called, but I know what you mean because there was a couple of guys. I think one of Alex's clients competed in that.
Right. Yeah. So apologies if anyone's watching this that's from that show, did that show, because there wasn't much we could really cover anyway from the looks of things.
I think like I've said this before on our on the podcast, but there just needs to be more coverage in general. Like we as an athlete, you give so much money to these federations, and like the fact that they can't get a live stream, can't update their socials, like it's so poor.
Yeah.
And it's going to benefit them. They're going to bring in more competitors because of that. Like, why not just like invest into production, invest into um, you know, the athlete as a whole, like with the whole experience as a day, and you'd bring more eyes to the sport. Do you know what I mean?
100% agree. And sometimes I don't really understand the decision. Like, Two Bros would make a killing if they did live streams for each of their shows.
Yeah. Doesn't this thing? It doesn't even have to be like it, even if someone. I mean, I probably wouldn't pay for £30 for one if it was like quite a quiet show. But like, you could easily charge like £15. I guarantee most people would pay each week if even if like their clients are there competing, they can't be there for whatever reason, they'd buy it to keep an update on what's going on.
Well, especially the pro qualifiers, mate.
I
I'd be
love it. I
watching those
love it
all the
when there's live streams to watch. It's makes it so much more enjoyable. Sweden was a really good example of that. They had a really good live stream, really good pump up area backstage for the athletes. Food on the day given to the athletes. Gas goodie bags. Like that's like looking after your athletes, and that's what it should be. But
Was that a
yeah,
Two Bro show?
that was a MP. Well, it was NPC, wasn't it?
Ah,
But um, but yeah, like it shows you they can do it.
yeah, yeah,
Just
absolutely.
just annoying.
Hopefully,
Um,
hopefully it goes that way. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, Universe next weekend they've got a really cool pump up area. I know
yeah,
they live streamed that one last year, but I don't think they are this year.
they're not live stream now. I don't think so. Oh, you've also this weekend, yeah, you got the PC Universe, and you've also got UK DFBA.
Yes.
You've got two World Condition Cups. So there'll be more coverage next week as well, which is good.
Next
Um,
week we might not. We might have to take a week off, and then we'll cover it the week after. Reason being,
oh,
obviously, you're having twins,
yeah.
and which are going to be
I was
very
still in hospital. What are you on about?
different.
Sorry, Gabby. There's a men's league guy. I've already got to cover it.
That'll go down a tree. And I'll be in Dubai, so we'll do it the week after.
Oh, you on holiday?
Yeah, more of it just a change of scenery. We're still going to be working, still going to be training. So
Excellent. Excellent. Right. Okay. So I'm going to show my screen. All right, just let me know if you're not seeing it.
yeah, that's it.
Cool. Right. So let's go PCA.
Yeah, let's do it. Did you know anyone competing in this one?
I had a junior athlete who came second, posing wise.
Oh, cool.
At a six, the guy, I'll show you the guy being.
It looked fairly busy.
It did look like a busy show, to be fair. Um, Scroll it down. What is that? Bodybuilding? Bodybuilding. Yeah, cool. Right. So this was we'll go through, should we go junior first?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, okay. So this was the junior winner, who was posed by Gerald
Okay.
Alavezo. Funny enough, he's wearing his shorts as well. So this was a guy who beat my guy, and I can see why. Shape wise, he's very men's physique. I believe his name is it Ryan? Rian. Um, very confident with his posing.
Very confident. He's definitely put a lot of work in practicing, which is cool to see.
Yeah,
I mean, I would, if I was being super critical, I would say maybe just slow it down just a tad.
yeah, I agree. But mid
That is great.
like shape wise, he's very men's physique. And you can tell like with more time, I believe he's natural as well,
Oh, wow.
which is impressive. Um, Maybe a little bit better midsection control. Just on the like you said, like just holding those shots a bit longer and just slowing down.
Yeah, which
Um,
I'm sure he did in the comparison rounds because when
yeah,
he locks it in, his abs come through a bit more, don't they?
yeah, and like this is the problem with with covering stuff. Like you don't see the full picture sometimes. Obviously, being at a show. Very well developed though for a junior.
Yeah, he's got a lot of potential. You can tell.
So yeah, he was the junior. I'll show you the sort of the. I believe this might be the overall junior. Sorry, the men's elite comparisons. Um, so I believe there was six. This is my guy here. Where is he? This is Christian.
Oh yeah.
So Christian was in very good condition. Funny enough, Christian jumped into it. This guy here jumped into it. I think from like 4 weeks out, 5 weeks out, because he was supposed to do a photo shoot and just jumped into the prep and the show.
Oh, fair play.
He'd never learned posing before, so we had like basically a posing crash course. Um,
Did he pick it up quick?
yeah, to be fair to him, he did. Like, there's there's still things that I would like to work on with him. But I believe now he's going to an off season.
Not
But
in
I was
university.
quite happy with what we did. What we did, yeah, what we did in within a short space of time. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
And he picked up second out of six. Like it's not bad.
Yeah, yeah, quite a lot of lads
Um,
there.
yeah.
Fair play. He didn't. Yeah, he didn't fancy university and just carrying on going.
No, I think for him he was just done. I think for him, like just step on stage was the like he wants it once.
Fair.
Obviously we'll see if he does decide to go into. I believe he's going to an off season develop the areas he needs to develop, which for me and I spoke to his coach Tim would be his arms and just general density across that top line to make him more competitive as a men's league athlete.
Is it
Uh,
Tim Hunt?
no, Tim Stewart, if you know him, Tim Stewart Fitness, really good coach, really yeah, gets people in some incredible condition. But yeah, so that was junior. So you had Rian, I think that is that how you pronounce his name? I think so.
I wouldn't know that one. Yeah,
We'll go with that.
yeah.
I presume this is Masters. Yep.
Masters overall pose down. So I don't know who won this one. So
I
see,
believe the
call
guy
it.
in the blue shorts won this.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
would say a crazy standard. Do you remember that Masters British finals at PCA? Do you remember that
Which one?
last year?
Oh, it's
Yeah,
packed.
you were competing,
Yeah.
but like 16 unbelievable guys on that stage.
Yeah. It was ridiculous. Like that was the Masters category was probably the hardest one of the day.
Yeah, I agree. It was fantastic. There's a lot of head bobbing on this.
Yeah. I can see why blue shorts won there.
Yeah, let's try and find his actual posing routine.
We've spoke about the hands on the hips, front on a few times, haven't we?
Yeah, I think for him, he just needs to engage his abs. I can't see him massive. I mean, for me, his elbows are too retracted there. Um, no, I'd bring those arms a touch closer. But do you know what I will say? At least he's smiling. That's a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
thing. Like so many people walk on that stage and look like they don't want to be there at all, and he
He's
looks
having a
like,
good time.
yeah, exactly that. But the thing is, he is. This is what I can't work out. He is in condition, but he can't engage his abs as much.
Development, isn't it? It's what
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
development. I think understanding how to pose when you're actually on stage, and that comes with time and experience. Because it's quite different posing within a room to then going on stage under lights, heat, tan. You know, it's a bit of a different scenario.
Yeah.
Even just like the sound of like the audience and like the screaming and stuff, it's quite surreal.
He's got
Yeah,
good delts, good arms for sure. But yeah,
so
I
it's
think
definitely needs to bring up his back.
yeah, back posing and ab development. I think that'll take him to the next level. It's
What's his
fucking. Have
name?
you seen his calves?
He's got very good calves, doesn't
He's got well good calves.
he? Yeah, mate, you got daggers for calves. Don't train your calves anymore. Yeah,
Jeez,
nice sharp calves.
fair play.
Yeah, he's in good net. So what's his name? Phil Head. So congratulations, mate. Looks
We're
good.
very jealous of your calves.
Yeah, very jealous. So what was this? This was
Short pose down, I guess.
short pose down. Now,
Oh, look at them all, loads of them again.
yeah, this was a really big class. Now, in my opinion, try and watch. I mean, it's gonna be difficult to see them all.
Yeah, it's a shame it
Um,
pans across so quick.
my favorite guy was this guy here in the
He
blue.
stood out straight away to me a minute ago. Yeah,
He was posed. He's coached by Jace. Um, Joe Jace.
yeah.
Jace. I can't remember his last name, but you know Jace. Um, I had him personally over the guy who won. This is the guy who won. But again, he is in good condition, so I'll try and find. Um, that'll be him
Oh,
there.
there we go. It's got the top three there doing their eye walk.
Oh, has it? Where's that? I'm
All
not
four
sure.
there. Yeah, red,
This is
blue.
no. He came second. What's his name? Kane. Kane Morris. Yeah, very, very, very nice physique. Nice full chest, good delts.
Did you pose him this one?
No, 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 I didn't pose this guy. I don't know who posed him, to be fair. But again, I like his posing. That could be a little bit better.
Yeah.
Nice front shot. Yeah, I like the front shot.
He's got a nice midsection. Really like the
Really,
midsection.
really nice, like symmetrical abs, aren't there?
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, like I personally preferred his physique to the I'll show you first places, but again, it's subjective. Um, so this guy was the winner, Kyle West. Congratulations, mate. I believe he won the overall as well.
I don't like the posing, I'll be honest straight away.
See, in my opinion, condition wise, there's nothing between them.
When he's in the shots, he looks very good. It's the transitions I'm not sure on.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's in great condition.
Yeah.
But
Very tight. It's a very tight midsection.
but for me, I feel like the guy had more upper body development. Like if you go back to Kane,
Tell
I
you
think
what, mate, it's very close, isn't it?
I think as a look, I prefer his look. But this is bodybuilding. Like this is you know judge for a reason.
I'd love to have seen the scorecards to see how close the judges
It's got to
were.
be really close because these two are very very good athletes.
Mm,
Then go back into him. Maybe condition just a tad more on this guy. It's really close. But he obviously went on to win the overall. So
did he? They
yeah,
really liked him then.
yeah, I really liked him. Again, I think Joe, if it once he goes into offseason and brings up more muscle, especially around his chest, like that, I feel like he's got quite like nice looking abs, like a very aesthetic look.
Yeah.
He had like more density, and I don't like when someone poses they crunch in that chest because Benzique you need to open that out
Mm.
like that, like how crunched it in it is there.
Yeah.
But that could be down to lack of development, like within that sort of chest region.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah,
this is
I don't think there was much between them at all.
well, this guy's good as well. Was his third place.
Third place. He's a bit bigger.
He's bigger, but again, he's doing that stirring hand. I'll tell you what, standard wise, very good.
Good top three, yeah.
Back shot could be slightly better. Condition wise is nice. Like thick, like quite like decent ab development. Do you know what I mean? Like they go against the skin, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um,
I think the other two are just a bit sharper.
I think a bit sharper, and I think I do think tattoos play a role. Like if you're that heavily tattooed, um, I'd say yeah, their back shots are probably slightly better as well. But this guy's got a nice physique, condition wise as well. What's his name? Jordan Tremlett. Mate,
Yeah.
that PCA universe would be stacked.
Mm.
Lots to cover next time. Um,
Tool. So the chap that won the tool, he's a big guy. He's coached by Dean White, is it? The IFBB Pro?
oh yeah, the guy turned pro like just like that.
Yeah.
Brought up to PCA Pro stage, got his PCA Pro card, then thought, actually, let me get my IFBB Pro card as well.
It's cleaned up, yeah. So you could probably pick the winner out easy.
Oh, it's the guy in the where is he? Black is it black and white shorts?
Yeah. Orange shorts looks okay though from the back. I haven't seen his front shot yet.
Yeah. Yeah, tool class less a little bit less development, I'd say overall. But he is very developed.
Yeah.
That orange guy, yeah, he's huge. He is a big boy.
So look like they got his eye walk annoyingly.
No, he got second place.
Oh, he didn't get a second. That's surprising.
So this is second place, Matt Hawley. I'd say more condition. Um, good stage presence though.
Yeah. You can tell he's put the work in.
Oh, yeah.
It happens.
So, to be fair, that shot is a fucker when you come back round to the other side and you're trying to hit. Yeah, I'd say just a little bit more condition. Obviously, more muscle in general, but a nice look nonetheless.
Yeah.
And then you had, the winner, which is pretty obvious.
I like this guy's development,
I
but
like his development. I don't like his bodybuilding posing though.
his posing was needs work. It needs work.
You want to hit most. Look, that's the most muscular.
If he does this at university, he won't place.
No.
And it's a shame because his physique is very good.
And guys, this highlights the importance of your posing because I guarantee if this guy posed like an actual men's physique athlete, he would be very, very good. Like he would like that if he improved his posing. Not even that, he's retracting on that back shot. If he improved his posing, he would look even better. But because he's posing more like a bodybuilder, and you can tell like he's probably a little bit nervous as well. But it's too for me like it's too squeezy. Like there's too much squeezing going on. There's not enough like control within the shots and elegance to them.
And there's no work. There's no work in the angles. Like he's just straight on here.
Yeah, yeah.
I think his midsection could be tighter, and I'm sure I saw updates of him a few weeks out. He looked a lot tighter than this. So I don't know if he potentially spilled or what, but when you're this big, I don't feel you need to make that sacrifice of chasing a maximum fullness.
No,
because he's got size. He just needs to come in a bit tighter for universe, work on his posing, and I think he would be very good.
Yeah, and that's what I do hate about. If you've got nothing nice to say, guys, just don't say it. It's literally pointless.
I bet he's got legs anyway.
I bet this guy's got no legs though. I bet that's the problem.
Yeah.
It's just like, what is the point?
So unnecessary.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah.
So that was PCA. You then had the overall, which is somewhere up here. There you go. So what's this then? Is this the?
So this is what I mean. Like the difference in size between the short class winner and the tall class winner.
Yeah,
it's probably got to be about what 20 kilos of muscle.
Yeah.
There's no way that short class, like if the tall guy posed right, came in nice and tight, he should have won. Should have taken the sword.
If I'm being quite honest, if this junior had more conditioning, I think he would have won. I think he's the best shape wise up there.
I like his posing the most as well. That's for sure.
Yeah. Very elegant.
Yeah.
You've got to have with men's physique, especially if you're doing PCA, you've got to have that flamboyance to it because it is like more of a show. Whereas like two rows are very very serious and it's like front and back and you're off.
This goes to show how important that midsection is in men's physique. The short class winner, he has the best midsection. It's very very tight.
Yeah, exactly that. Very tight. It hits the pose as well with it being tight as well. It doesn't let it gas out or anything like that. Yeah, he's able to keep it locked in really well, isn't he? And then obviously just see him come to the front here. So yeah, Kyle West, mate, congratulations, killed it.
Yeah, well played. Very good victory because it was a tough first timer show for sure.
Yeah.
That's the thing with PCA first timers, man. Like sometimes it is a harder standard than a normal show.
Yeah, because the standard is everyone is coming. Oh, there's no better feeling than winning the sword.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's all right.
Hopefully this year, buddy.
Yeah, you'll get your sword. I think I prefer the 2-row swords though.
The little ones.
Yeah, they're proper gladiator swords, mate.
I prefer the. Have you ever seen? Is it the Naturals one? BNBF.
Yeah, their swords are huge.
Their swords are absolutely monstrous, and because they're against the natural guys, the swords look bigger than the guys.
Even the NABA swords, you see, no, they're fucking like Viking swords.
Yeah, they're cool.
So yeah, congratulations, Carl West. I'd say it was a pretty good standard of the show. Most categories fairly stacked in terms of numbers as well. But yeah, right. Should we move on to 2 rows?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what we could, because that's the amateurs done, isn't it? So we could cover predictions of universe, and then we could go on to the pro show.
Yeah. Is there anyone that you particularly think is going to do very, very well?
Obviously, I'm always going to back my clients. Always going to back them. But aside from them, because I've got 2 guys going in for this weekend. Aside from them, I think Nick Duffy is probably going to get it.
You think? So do you think he will turn PCA pro?
I think so. I think so. If you look at his recent updates as well, he's looking very good. And PCA like that bubbly sized look, and that's what he's bringing.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 days out, top right.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, he could step on IFBB stage.
Yeah.
I just wish he'd smile.
He doesn't. I messaged him after his win last weekend. I was like, mate, you forgot to shave your armpits. He has really hairy armpits. He's like, no, I never do it. Doesn't shave his legs or his armpits.
It's fucking Colo. Just does what he wants.
He does.
Nick, mate, if you're watching this, please just smile when you win the class, please.
But yeah, I would say he's got a very, very good chance.
Yeah, he's definitely like a very high standard of men's physique athlete as an amateur, for sure.
The crazy thing is, like this again, this goes to show, it's not all about the weight on the scale because he's not very heavy.
Is he not?
He's only about, I think you said he was like 82, 83 kilo.
That is mad for 82, 83 kilo.
Crazy, isn't it?
Well, I really like this shot when he pulls that all in.
Yeah.
It's really nice. But yeah, no, he'll be very good. Who else? Who have you got competing? You got
obviously Luke, and then I've started working with another guy who he doesn't want to announce it until after the show. Right, yeah. But I think they're both going to do very, very well. I think annoyingly they're both in the same category. They're both going to be in masters, so I think one of them will take it, and then obviously go through to the overall.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is Luke. Obviously, spoke about him a couple of times. He's got a very good shot. He's tighter again. We've dug from the last show, and then he's up on his first loading day today. So,
yeah, that's it. Here's go. Yeah, he's very like wide up top, isn't
he? Yeah.
If you would say areas for improvement for like future reference, what would you pick out?
Arms for sure.
Yeah.
Back as well.
I'd agree.
Midsection solid. Don't need to do anything there. Yeah. Just maintain that. So it's again just upper chest. So yeah, mainly arms, upper chest and back.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd agree that. I think because again, if he brings that back out over a year or so, that tape will look like just more dramatic. So if you had a little bit more upper chest there, it just fills out that cap, doesn't it?
Yeah. So we got he'll be in it, and then I've got a good friend of mine actually competing. He hasn't competed since 2017. Called Tamas Godo. He's a natural.
Is he on?
He is, but he doesn't place updates. But he's coached by Isaac Francis, and Isaac put a story about him today.
Oh, hang on. What's his name? Godo?
Yeah.
I've seen this guy. This guy's good. Yeah, I like this guy.
So they're all updates from like 2017. So, but he's natural. So unfortunately, he's not much bigger than 2017. This is a recent one.
He's natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks good.
He's very crispy.
The only thing I don't like is, when people hit that quarter turn, they almost like lean back into it. I'm not a big fan of that.
No, me neither.
But you can tell he's posed by Isaac.
Very bubbly, like
good,
round.
Good abs as well. Really good abs.
Yeah, and he's one of these guys that's just lean year round. He's always shredded. So yeah, I think he'll do well, especially for a natural. Again, yeah, he's only like 78 kilos, 77 kilo.
Yeah. It's the old thing, isn't it? It's like pushing weight up and off season. There's merit to it. There's also not merit to it. It kind of depends on. It literally does depend on you as an individual. Like if you can get away, if you can come back down. Like for me, like I know how my body responds. Whether I'm peak off season, like I definitely put on more fat, but also then when I come and take it off, it comes off very quickly. So it definitely depends like what your physique is more like. Like for me, I typically generally just sit heavier. I think what was I last off season? Last off season I was 106 before I prepped. Okay. And now this one I'm 114 before I started. So
that's mad, mate. See, I'm the opposite. I'll get to a point I just can't push up anymore. So I usually get to around 102. And that's it. And then everything goes downhill for me. Digestion.
Oh yeah, I will not get any. I can't see myself next year getting heavier than that at all. Like, that would be peak, but even that, like, I don't think I'll need to be that heavy.
Mm.
I think I can probably cruise around like 105, 106,
Which is still
respectively.
big.
We're within a reverse as well. Like, I'll be a much better body composition next year when I come down. And I'll probably hit the stage like 97, 96, which would be beautiful if I could do that.
Yeah, that'd be good, man.
But yeah,
Yeah. I think Tamas is going to do well. I'm excited to see him compete because, as I said, I'm seeing him on stage in 2017, so it should be good.
yeah.
And then you got the chap that won the overall at Exeter. Is it Phil? Phil? No, is that how you say it?
So,
He has joined the posing thing that Gerald set up.
oh yes, this guy, OG. Hang on, let me type it in. I'll find him. Don't worry. Uh,
Yeah, so he's one of the posing coaches that's joined this.
this one, Phil Sun.
Yeah, yeah, that's him. So if I don't know if he is competing, I'm pretty sure he is. If he does,
He,
he'll be
he
hard to
needs to. I
yeah.
love Physique. I mean,
I've never seen a chest like it, mate. Unbelievable.
really.
Crazy. As soon
He's
as he
also
walked out, like because obviously you're side on when you walk out. Honestly,
so,
like he needs a bra for those things in off season.
yeah, yeah,
They're crazy.
yeah. He's full.
He'll be hard to beat.
Really nice look as well. Really nice look.
Yeah,
What? How tall is he? Is he shorter?
yeah, yeah. He's very short.
He would be my pick then for winning the short class just because of how bubbly he is. Like if you compare him to I know the guy's a first timer, but the PCA first timer who just won that short class, like the difference in level of muscularity up top,
Yeah.
can't really ignore that, can you?
No.
Mm.
So yeah, I think
What is it
that's
with what is it with Filipino genetics, man? Like if you seen Gerald's arms,
yeah.
Gerald's arms are bigger than that, and they just look as insane. It's crazy.
If I ever moved it to that sort of area, I would never compete in bodybuilding.
Oh, look at the thickness of his arm from the side.
Yes, mad.
Yeah, nice, very nice look. He'll be very good. I think he could be potentially PCA Pro. I
So
wonder.
I'm also intrigued to see if they give it out to more than just the
Right.
one. So sometimes
Well,
they just do it
in my
overall.
opinion, I think they need to just to if they want to make it like how they want to make it, they need more competitors.
Yeah.
And obviously they're building on it, aren't they? But they
But
definitely need.
if they deserve it, I think like why not? You know,
Yeah,
like I think there's two or three guys easily that's going to universe that deserve the PCA Pro card.
yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, cool. Anyone else?
Just trying to think off the top of my head. I think. Oh, and the tool guy that won a couple of weeks ago. He was very good. You know, Josh Bridgman's client.
Oh yeah, yeah. He'll be a PCA Pro, I reckon.
So I think it's going to be between all of those that we've just covered that's
Yeah.
going to get the card. Unless there's some sort of monster that comes from overseas and just wipes the floor with everyone. But
Well, it's this whole thing of Team GB, isn't it? So
yeah,
we'll probably have Team Brazil, Team Germany, Team Poland.
we'll see.
Do you remember the British finals of last year with the Love Island guy who won?
Yes. Yeah, I remember that.
And that I think it was a
I still
Polish.
don't agree with it, mate.
Oh no, it was horrendous.
Go on,
Horrendous.
go on, go on
Whoever
Simon
judged that
Wilson's
day,
profile.
what's his name?
Simon Wilson.
Whoever judged that day, you need to be sacked.
This is a mate of mine, and I said to him, anytime he puts a picture on, I'm like, you got robbed, mate. It might have been on his story, actually. I don't know if he may have put a story up about it yesterday.
They really.
Have you seen him before?
Yeah, yeah. This guy's very good. Nah, 7 hours ago.
Yeah, maybe not. Then might have been
Uh,
the day before. But yeah, he is. He should have won. He should have got it.
yeah, there was a Polish guy, I think, in the overall, who lost out to I can't remember the guy's name. I think it's Michael, the Love Island guy.
Yeah.
Mate, he was so honestly, I'm not even just saying this because he's from Love Island. He was so much better than the guy from Love Island.
There were a few. There were a few. So it's like, yeah, Simon came second, and it was
We
nice.
doing we can be in this year.
He's going at the end of the year. Yeah.
Yeah, he's very good. I like his physique a lot.
He keeps trying to get me to do the same show as him, and I don't think I want to.
We could battle.
It would be a good battle. I said I'll do it at the PCA final, mate. I don't want to do it at a regional. Let me win a sword, please.
Yeah, just I just want the sword.
But yeah, he'll be very good at the end of the year.
Yeah. Who are we going to? Pro show, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so I think you got this right, didn't you?
Mm.
I got the top four right. I had Daniel Amon's first and then Ryan Terry second, but I didn't realize it was Daniel Amon's first show back.
I mean,
Um,
he was still great. He was in the mix, wasn't
I think he can be better though. I've seen him way better than what he was. Um,
he? And we've never seen Ryan Terry as good as this.
Ryan Terry was the best I've seen him.
Class, wasn't it?
And fair
Really.
play to him. Like I got a lot of respect for Ryan Terry and like how consistent he is as an athlete. Um, I don't like. Yeah, he may not be winning the Olympics, but he's pretty much won every other big show you can win. He's won the Arnold Classic. He's won like even when he won his pro card, he won an amateur Olympia in Spain. Like he won the Arnold Classic. He's won the New York Pro. He's won. Um, I believe he's won the Tampa Pro a couple times as well. Like big shows.
Yeah. If he brings this look to the Olympia,
I really like this look.
I'm really excited to see how he does. I think it's a top five look.
I still think this arm could come up a tad.
I think
Do
we're
you know
always
what?
going to pick apart his posing a little bit, isn't it? Because I
Yeah.
don't, I'm not a big fan of his back pose here either.
No, I hate this.
I don't like his arm positioning at all.
I think if he brings, I think maybe because of this, is what annoys me as well. Why are they just not spreading them out?
Yeah.
Like you can clearly tell this Sid is so wide. Maybe that's why his arms are that low. But because I don't, when he's posed before, I don't think he's hit his arm that low.
Mm. But even
Um,
so, like that should be, Ryan should know that experience. Maybe just take a step back and redo the pose or something. I mean, it didn't hurt him this day. He still won, still looked incredible. But at the Olympia, these sort of things matter.
Finally, though, his waist doesn't look as blocky. Like he actually looks symmetrical. Like it looks a little bit smaller as well.
He's finally mastered it, hasn't he? Because he always wanted to do a twist. At the Olympia, he twisted, but he fucked his abs up. Now
Yeah,
he's got his abs looking good with the twist. I think it
I
looks
think
really
he was
nice.
twisting though, and like almost like sitting back into it too much.
Mm,
So it was almost like his abs were skewed as a result of that. Whereas this, he looks like more front on stance, weight distributed through the feet effectively. Like there's a small twist, but there's not too much of a twist that it neglects his abs.
yeah.
Um, I think Victor Chavez. I own are whether I like this guy's physique or not. But for me, his tape is fantastic, but his abs just protrude his stomach.
I've seen him compete where they don't protrude as much and it's a bit tighter. When that happens, he looks good. But here, I wasn't a fan.
Yeah, his back looks good. I like his.
I liked is it Siddy? I liked him as second place here.
I don't think he's actually been pro that long, you know. I think he's only been pro a couple of years, and he's already in like the top four at Olympia. Or where did he come third? I think he came third, didn't
Oh, in this show, yeah.
he? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he looked really good. I would have had him as second in this show.
Yeah, I agree. I prefer his look as a whole. Again, I think his posing could be better though.
Yeah.
I think that hands on hip shot actually hides his lats rather than bringing it out.
Let's go on their profile because they've got Gil covers at the show, so we've got all the best footage, which is awesome.
Oh.
Some of this footage is just mad.
Yeah, imagine if like you had this like, here you go. Should we go? I'll tell you what, let's see if we go to bottom, see if we can, there you go. Look how clean and crisp it is. It looks like cartoon.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
Right, so that's Ben Quill. He wasn't, was that the New York? No, it wasn't, no.
Yeah.
So you got Victor Chavez.
Oh, we hate that, don't we?
Where have we seen that before?
Oh,
It's on my reel.
oh, why?
Oh, let's just watch it again. Let's watch it again. Power Ranger. Bang.
I like what he does after it, but why do that lunge?
Yeah. I mean, tell you what, actually, from this quality, he looks sick. Give
It
him.
doesn't look as bubbly, does it? In the midsection, it looks a
No.
bit tighter. He's got great calves.
Great cast, great back, great erectors through the middle.
Yeah, he looks good there in that footage.
Just get rid of that and it's fine. No, honestly, I his chest is so like, look how like you could literally rest anything on that. Very good. Then you had Ryan Terry. Um, like for me, this was the best I've ever seen him. I don't know if you agree or not, but
Oh, 100% agree. Yeah. Like I said, if he brings this to Olympia this year, I think it is a top five.
yeah, I think, and that's what I like about it. Like, you look at the way, look how much smaller his waist looks, and because his abs are so tight against it, like his waist as a result stands out. Like when
His
he
arms,
when he hits that shot the way it is, but that back shot needs to check.
his arms are still low in that back shot, so that's obviously what he does. I don't know why,
I
but
think he did. I think
insane
he's
look.
the only one that could hit a hands off the hip ab shot and it'd be absolutely fine, and the judges don't penalise him for it because that's a very like clicky thing that apparently two bros don't particularly like if you hit the ab shot in your routine.
Mm,
But yeah, this is the mate, look how hard and dry he is. Condition, fullness, aesthetic, symmetry, just everything is on.
yeah, a lot of people say, this is the epitome of what men's physique should be, and
Yeah, I
I
agree.
do
I
agree.
like for me, Ryan Terry doesn't really need to get any bigger. Maybe if I'm being really critical, like a little bit more top line, like tiny bit, like fitness, but he's on every year. And there's a reason why he places the way he places. And
Yeah,
there's a reason why, like Tim Mannion, for example, said like, you sort out your pose and you're back in.
yeah. Again, it just goes back to our conversation, sizes and everything, because he's nowhere near the biggest guy.
No, yeah, exactly that. And again, this is evidence that there's so many different looks in men's physique that people like, and that different judges like as well. For a bit, which is a big thing as well. Like people think like one place and defines them, but no, you just need to go get seen in a different pair of eyes.
Mm,
Um, like I know Steve Weinberger particularly loves Ryan's look, and obviously that's going to go in favour for him at the Olympia.
yeah.
But yeah, that's the best I've seen him. Best I've seen him for sure.
I sent that over to you, didn't I? That yeah, so Bundia is in, doesn't need to qualify.
Yeah, yeah. So Bundy's come back as well. So again, yeah, he can take as much time out as he basically needs.
Yeah.
Which is great. Like that line, that oh god, that first what 8 people: Corey Morris, Jeremy Bundia, Ryan Terry, Aaron Banks, Brandon Hendrickson, um, maybe Charjo Grant if he's in there. Mate, there's so many good athletes that could crack it.
Mm.
Um, I believe that was it from that show in terms of
Did you say there was another pro show? I can't.
I couldn't find it. There was the Optimum Classic, but um,
Was it on Men's Physique News at all?
oh yeah, probably yeah. So let's just go and men's physique news.
Is it that picture there? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so this was first call out. So you had this is the guy who won.
Wow, beat Ben Quill.
They beat Ben Quill, beat Buon Chan, beat Ferkner.
So yeah, we
Quality.
were talking just before we started the podcast that like we don't know what happens with Ferkner because he was centre stage in a lot of the pictures that are coming through,
Yeah,
looking good too.
yeah, looking really good.
I don't know if we got the placings, did we?
No, there's no play. That's all. It's almost like the show started and just didn't finish. Listen to and please tag for update. So I try to look on there and
Yeah,
see if there's.
they must have an update somewhere. Yeah, Men's Physique update might have been on there. Yeah, there it is. What a moment.
Yeah. So a guy's called Swag IFB Pro. I looked on his Instagram and he's not really well known. I don't believe he's been an IFB Pro for that long. But yeah, he beat some very good guys. Like Ben Quill is very consistent, always in that top three within pro shows. Buwan Chan, I believe this was his first show of the year.
It looked like Ben Quill got second there.
Yeah, I think Buwan might have been fifth or fourth, maybe, probably fourth. Who's this
Have a
on?
click on that swag IFBB Pro. Let's have a look at his page.
Yeah, that's Boo One. I think Boo One came fourth. Again, like that's what I mean. Like, there's not much.
Oh, oh, fair play to him.
Yeah, I mean he looks great. Yeah,
Very round,
very very.
round muscle bellies.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me go on to Boo One quickly as well. See what if he said anything. Oh, it came third.
Mm.
I think is I really like his physique. Um, I like his posing as well. His posing is really good.
Does he hit? A lot of people are doing like the Aaron Banks pose now, aren't they?
Yeah,
Kind of does a variation of it. Yeah, he
he was
does.
the first one to do it though. He was like almost like a you like bring it that way and look the other way.
Mm.
Yeah, no, he'll qualify for the Olympia. I'm sure. He always does the India show and just takes it. So,
Yeah, he looks great.
but apart from that, man, there wasn't else too much else to cover really.
No,
Oh yeah, we'll have a quick look at Daniel Amons. So yeah, first show of the year.
but he does look wicked.
Yeah, he's got a really nice look, but he can be sharper than that. I've seen him way sharper than that. But I think, like I said last week, he had like some really bad like health issue with regard to PEDs or something, and had to take because he meant to compete at the Olympia but took it off
Oh right.
because he beat Andre Ferguson in Tampa Pro. But I like when he does that sort of shot on the waist where he sort of hits it and twists with it like there
Yeah.
and then just pushes around to the side. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's really nice look. Um, who's this guy?
Again, I'm no doubt he'll get his Olympia qualification. God, this is a big guy, isn't it?
Jesus Christ!
What the hell?
Posing isn't the best.
No, it's very similar to that guy from PCA. It's a bodybuilder style posing.
Yeah, very stiff, isn't it?
Stiff and squeezing everything. That
Yeah, look at that chest getting like sort of lost. Yeah, he's a big guy. Never seen him
yeah.
before. What was this one? See, there was a show called the Circuit Pro. I've never even heard of that.
No.
But this guy looks good.
And you got the O qualification, this guy, yeah?
Yeah, nice look.
Yeah.
Similar to kind of look reminds me of Furkan from that angle, but obviously Furkan's arms are way more dominant.
Yeah, he looks good. Got very good back. That's nuts.
I've never seen this guy before.
No.
Emmanuel Costa.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah, sweet. So
Well
that's
deserved.
pretty much all the shows. Um, but yeah, anything else you want to cover?
I think that's pretty much it for this week, buddy. Yeah. So, like I said, we won't be on next week, but we'll just recap it the week after when we get back.
Yeah.
And we'll see who takes that PCA Pro card. This kind of stuff really excites me because obviously it's one of my big goals is to get that PCA Pro card. So it's good to see, especially in person, who's taking it, what kind of standard is like. And it's going to be interesting to compare that to later in the year because the finals is the same day as the IFBB Pro qualifier with two bros. So
What date's that again?
what's that?
What date's that? Is that the
It's mid-October, isn't it? So like 15th, 16th, something like that.
yeah? That's when the Manchester show is. That's the show I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll be doing that. I'll be doing PCA finals. So theoretically, it'll give our chances a little bit higher because
Oh,
a lot of top
you'll
guys are going to go for IFBB, aren't they?
you'll never see me in a PCA show.
What is that?
I just don't like the pose.
Do you know what? I prefer the posing.
I can't stand it, mate.
I like it because you got a lot more sort of like flexibility.
Yeah, I don't get me wrong. I think it's a better production in terms of giving the athletes time, but I just think there's too many shots.
Mm.
Um,
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I wish NPC had more.
do you reckon?
Yeah.
Man,
Two poses. That's it.
yes, it's easy.
It is easy. I don't know. I don't know.
I've always the reason I fell in love with men's physique was because of the American style of like watching those big guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like the Sadiq at the time, and Ryan Terry going and competing in Olympia. Like I just fell in love with like watching the Olympia style of posing.
that's fair.
I'll always have a soft spot for like two front and back.
Yeah, that's fair. When I was coming up through I say through the ranks, I haven't progressed that far, but when I was competing back in the day, like UK BFF was the main one. And they
Yeah,
had, I think, 5 or 6 poses. So I didn't really follow the main guys because
yeah.
it
I
just wasn't
remember,
as mainstream, and I just did the sport. So that's kind of what I'm used to.
well, that's it, isn't it? It's like UK BFF as well. Like used to have just one pro card on offer all year, and that was the only like pro card you could get. But
And
now, like,
a lot of the times you'd win and they still didn't give it to you.
yeah, yeah, that was the other contradictory thing, and also just political thing as well.
Mm.
But yeah, like now, like you can, there's so many more chances for us to get them. But also, I don't think that makes it any easier because if there's more chances to get them, there's way more people doing it.
Yeah, the sport's more popular now than it ever was, and the standard now is just ridiculous compared to what it was 6 years ago.
Agreed. But yeah, man, it'd be a interesting year for us both.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. So yeah, I'll keep you updated. It'd be good if we do compete together. Try and make it happen.
Let's do it.
But yeah, so guys, thanks for listening. I did get quite a few messages. I got like 7 or 8 messages from guys saying that they really enjoyed the
I had
podcast.
a few. I think we should maybe either open up a question box or like I said, if anyone has any questions YouTube wise, just leave them in the comments, guys, and we can have a discussion about certain topics like Jeremy Bundia coming back or anything like that people are interested in want to speak about. So
Yeah, for sure. That's a really good idea. And as always, yeah, drop the video a like. Feel free to share it, and we'll catch you in the next one.
see you soon, guys. Bye.